up? Welcome every night in the One Play Challenge. That's right, One Play Sport into a brand new esports FIFA for you tonight with us here on the One Book as Hyenas on the brilliantly named PigKnife. And speaking of in a knife fight with, alongside me, the man into esports. Look at those muscles. The battleship. Mr. Nitin Nambiar. Nitin, how you doing? But once more.
Yeah, excited to be clash in the Pro Club Challenge, fourth game in total. So really,
Yeah, we'll get into detail on the preview of Hyenas and PigFightKnife very shortly. Great shirt, by the way. That's the only shirt
you.
you've worn so far that I wear.
Thanks, man. Still a funky shirt. Still got a inner t-shirt,
I keep looking for inner meanings to you. Rocky yesterday, but we
Don't
didn't
think
get
too much.
Rocky on Tuesday, but we didn't get the under 50. Yours is a signal that the to eat pig
Perhaps.
fight knife alive. We'll find out very shortly. About the One Play Pro Club Challenge in conjunction with our good friends at VPG Virtual Pro Gaming. Yusuf, as always, in the house, our tournament director. 1,700 Singapore dollars up for grabs, a prize fund to be enjoyed by whichever of our 32 teams from across Southeast Asia walks away with the top prize. Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam. We had our first Causeway clash on Tuesday. Singapore triumphing in that one. Ones to watch got the better of Manat Gasak, but not two. And we're with you every Tuesday, Thursday, 11 p.m. Singapore time. That's GMT plus 8. It's 9 weeks now, isn't it? From now for the next 9. We're trying to encourage people that are new to esports, like myself, more about this community that is growing at a rate of knots. We hope you're safe with COVID-19 and taking all the right precautions and listening, telling you. But in terms of esports and more pro club football, Nitin, you've gone through the 11 versus 11 feature.
Yep.
Managers, we've talked about how to build your player. The game we've got tonight is interesting. Played a PigFightKnife in a cup game in 7-1 on aggregate. So if you're the manager of the underdogs today, what tactics can you employ to keep?
So being teams in the past 2 years, the managers go through details in their tactical approaches to the game. I was given who I could find, positions who would be available to me. In depth wise, with regards to tip, in the first game is not a good sign. Fight knife, big knife.
I keep making up.
Just overall change, and some managers could see them.
Listen, I'm just having a look at the page. Do share, do comment. In fact, our own tagline for that, the football SFC.
LSFC, follow and comment. It's the same.
Follow and see graph as well. Also, see email at sports site Nitin Elandra. I think we're gonna. What's your time? I can do some cup.
Well, I've been there. Wonderful. Hi, Thailand. We hope you're safe.
There in the world in South, you do stay your skin little doing it's me. Good. Right, let's get the bracket on stand. So the grabbers, there's the big picture, just how big T2 Lee. Well, let's have we shall we? The round is not the quarter-final round of 16. Look at those quarter can. There you go. Getting through against Kids. Goals to 1-1s to watch. Manok Gasak 6-3. And that's a game we've already got teed up because on match night 1, the Royal Cavaliers got the better of Daruma Pro Club by 3-1. So ones to watch and Royal Cavaliers is a day. Diary. And if you're wondering when your team are playing, I can tell you where they're playing. They're playing right here on One Play Sports. It'll either be a Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday. Second, just to see the games that we're involved with tonight. But yes, let's go through the fixture schedule. There it is. Sorry, let's have a quick look at that one before we go any further, because that gives you an idea of the bracket. Let's get that on the big screen, please. There you go. That's the game we're dealing with at the bottom. Hyenas against PigFightKnife. Cat Nino and Densetsu of Thailand and Singapore teams that potentially await the winners of this one in the round of 16. Right, let's whistle through these because we've actually gone on quite long and I'm half drowned on my leg after the water going all over me. The games we've had so far, plenty of goals, and I think Nitin Belize will be in for a goal fest tonight. Ones to watch. 3-3 first leg yesterday between Singapore and Malaysia on Tuesday, I should say. Hat-tricks in that game for 5 feet as well. For Huffy, wasn't it? Not Duffy, Huffy.
Yeah.
Huffy. Hyenas, PigFightKnife tonight. Moving on to the games that take us from Saturday into the following. Maximus against Tasmanian Devil. Maximus, they're big friends of us on Facebook. Good to have them on board in this tournament. La Rojak Football against Ankatsuki. Gotta love a Causeway clash. That's Saturday week on the 18th of April. Moving on to our penultimate 32 fixtures. Cat Nino against Densetsu. We just talked about that. Thai Gang RDS FC. And keep an eye out for the last one because it's a case of last but by no means least for the Worst Generation and Kerapok VFC on the 7th of May.
That's going to be a banger, I think.
It is, but we must move on to tonight's big game because it's an all-Thai affair, and on paper, the most one-sided of the games that we've had so far, Hyenas and PigFightKnife. I believe the team news is in, Nitin, so we'll get your thoughts on the game as a whole as we take in the team news. Hyenas, who've got a decent pedigree in pro club football. They're currently 4th place in the Thai League. They were runners-up in the Thai League last season. They've got form in the book, and they've got recent form in the book against PigFightKnife.
Yeah, their most recent meeting was won by the Hyenas 7-1, so it's not looking good for PigFightKnife. Hyenas are playing a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow today, meaning they'll need their left back and right backs to bomb forward. Regards to who their star players today could be for the Hyenas, it's Mangs Ruant, their striker up front. He's got 12 goals in 24 appearances, so he's looking like the type of striker who could bring in others.
He's not playing striker today, is he? They've dropped him back to central attacking midfield, and bearing in mind the form they've got over PigFightKnife, that's got an embarrassment of riches up front.
Yep, either that or he's a really good player and he's adaptable. So, in my opinion, one of the most important players in pro clubs is he is the creative link. He is the guy who releases passes early, finds other players in space. So he could be set to shine in that role today.
They've been going since 2017, the Hyenas. By contrast, PigFightKnife quits up. And obviously the inexperience told as a team unit when they were thrashed by them in the Cup by Hyenas a couple of weeks ago. Is there any needs to perform out of their skin tonight to give them the chance? I suppose the obvious one, as is the case in most of these games, is the striker. And what a great name for the striker as well.
Tiger Prince, I think might be a relative for those who watch the Tiger King series on Netflix. That might be his relative. He's got 8 goals in 13 matches this season, so a very decent record despite his team not doing so well. So who knows, if they play well today in their 4-2-3-1 formation and they use the whiff for lots of chances.
Speaking of the Tiger King, Donald Trump apparently considering giving Joe Exotic a pardon. Do you think 22 years is a bit harsh?
It's a bit harsh. I think if he was going to go in, there should be at least 2 or 3 others who were. That's not the case.
And Carol Baskin, did she kill her husband?
I think so. Yeah. I think so. Who knows, right?
Yeah. He's not just an expert on esports, he's an expert in it's in
I know everything.
I think we're waiting for this game to get underway. I can't see the players out on the pitch getting ready to start just yet. Not ready, or both teams are ready, I'm being told. Let's cross over then pitch side to the big matches. PigFightKnife take on Hyenas. The first leg to be played in the PigFightKnife Stadium.
Let's go.
And it's going to be the colours of Wolves and PigFightKnife wearing the colours of Liverpool. PigFightKnife playing from left to right in this first half in the yellow, and it's an early touch for the Bangkok boys. PigFightKnife, all Bangkok. Hyenas recruiting from all over Thailand, and here's a good early touch for the Hyenas, who are going down the right-hand side, but the defensive work sends it out to a throw and Just Do It.
Yeah, good pressing play by the Hyenas. They started the game with a good attitude in the first 2 minutes and have already pinched position once.
From a mile out straight at the keeper.
Good try.
Good save. Palm Kume in goal for the Hyenas, and for PigFightKnife, it's the Hyenas, though, enjoying a decent period of possession early. Here's Nanchandis. Gets it to Jade. Now here's Champ KTP inside to Viewboy. Viewboy, that's a nice ball. This is a great start from the Hyenas, and I thought for a second we might see a penalty there, but all of a sudden, the gameplay, momentarily, there it is. And Liverpool, the colour sworn by PigFightKnife now, come down this right-hand side, and that's a running from the Tiger Prince.
I think that was red.
Tiger Prince it was down that right-hand side with that unmistakable bald head and black gloves. Now, Tiger Prince inside if you can find him. Champ KTP inside, and this is where the Hyenas look to go through their gears.
Just rushing the play a bit too much there.
Yeah, it's not the dominant display we expect. I actually forgot to get you your prediction before the start of this one. It's in what prediction are you going?
For the seeded team today, I'm going for Hyenas. I was actually going to go for a thrashing. I was going to go maybe 8-2 over 2 legs, but looking at the start in this match, I still think Hyenas will go through.
Yeah, PigFightKnife with the corner, the first set piece opportunity, and they don't go short. They dig it into the middle. Can a red shirt get there? The answer is no. And Champ KTP can try and get this away for the turned out inside by Tiger Prince, who's dropped awfully deep there to get affected in play. Start this.
Oh, that's a foul.
The Hyenas have tightened it up. Knitting calls foul. Referee not interested. Champ KTP to PKJ, and PKJ's got some space in front of him here. Tried to go for the 1-2, but Paper Stang.
Good read.
Was 4p. I think that's pound for pound Stang, isn't it? Look at the space on this left-hand side, isn't it? Trying to make some movement, but Timberlake. Do you know any good Justin Timberlake songs? To cut that out. Do you know any good Justin Timberlake songs?
Yes, Senorita.
P for P Sting. Taken away by Just Do It. Biggie. Well, this is very tight stuff. And they'll be very happy if it offered them 0-0 after 22 minutes. They'd be happy, and rats into the area. Corner, or is it out for a goal kick? Goal kick it is. Halfway mark in this first half. Remember, all the games, and this is effectively the first of 4 play in this first leg at the stadium of PigFightKnife. Very short break on this draw to the Den for the second leg. KT is gone. Timberlake starts out. For us to have a puck go short. Oh!
Ooh, nice.
That was a job over, wasn't it? Yeah. Try and find on.
Yeah, it was a good piece idea. Just managed to collect.
It's the longest we've gone in any of our far without seeing a clear cut. We've had a goal in all of 4 this point up to now. Thailand against Thailand battle is closely contested. Timberlake gets a touch. Hyenas back. Here's View.
Picking on the form, Hyenas too narrow, meaning to bomb forward to either that or drift out wide, provide some form of the place.
Timberlake
and
managed to come.
Sorry, doing the positions, and Hyenas have picked very well so far. So
not having this all their own possession, but not that we expect to get Viewboy. And comes inside.
Feeling each other out here in this. It's not we thought it would be.
Jay, this is and Anchados.
What they
Roy scrambling, defending to the area now. Surely 20. PKJ is going to have all eyes on PigFightKnife's.
Oh, good
crossbar! The keeper, who I think is actually being controlled by the confirmed, it's a bot, it's a computer that's playing in for PigFightKnife, and he was no bar saves the home team from going one behind, just not over yet.
Yeah, I've seen actually those free kicks, the ball bounce off the keeper and fall into the net. So unlucky there. Here the Hyenas.
P for per sting. I can't keep going on that P for poor sting. Paper sting. Manstrang and Chardis. Shinjolin bringing this away. Well, they've been very competitive so far, but can they fashion the chance? The Hyenas only managed to strike. I think this is going to be our first goalless competition stays like this for the next 2.5. But I could swear because PK pass though. Surely it still manages to come, and they find just about without seeing little excitement. A free kick. And the sheds here with this after what is effectively about away goals count, double time and penalty and goal extra time is a little crisp. It bodes well as the half, and no question they're happy with it.
Yeah, I think so. They've been absolute. I've seen the Hyenas PigFightKnife will definitely it's coming to the.
And there's the man you saw. I think you can again.
Yeah.
The icon of the 22 series.
That means he trying to get into the game. So the pitch, the next match will be so with this.
At the front, they have it not developing.
No,
Yeah.
PigFightKnife been
From the pick.
So the pick they've had a few chances where they've maybe rushed the final pass, so just a little bit more calm needed in the ranks of the picks.
Let's cross back then to what really should be called the pigsty for a second half. Jay down. It's Hyenas in the Wolverhampton Wanderers colours, playing from left to right. PigFightKnife in the red, playing from right to left.
Good play by Timberlake.
Great header and a chance, and Champ just couldn't get on the end of it. Champ KTP, he's the player manager, by the way, for the Hyenas, but it was a delightful cross, and he just couldn't get any purchase on the header.
And as I mentioned, the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow requires and we saw the
They're starting to really exert now. The Hyenas defensively do it now, bringing it straight into the path of Champ KTP. Nanchanadis trying to take advantage, and they're flirting very dangerously. You can't afford to give possession away like that, just on the edge of your own final third, Knitted.
Yeah, we've seen so many goals conceded by reckless mistakes, and I wouldn't want to see one here today, but I wouldn't put it out of the question.
Yeah, we saw 3 goals, didn't we? Conceded
lots of mistakes.
By ones to watch, wasn't it, against Manok Gasser?
Yep. In that first leg, just really poor defending. Fantastic attacking play, but very, very bad defending in that first leg.
Timberlake just do it. Brings it away. Obanyovsky. Obanyovsky, what a great name that is. Jojo. And now Biggie. Well, It's been the
Oh, you see.
dullest game we've had so far, but Hyenas are now just
doing
beginning
stuff
to
like that.
exert. But can they find KTP? Remember, the second leg to come at the Hyenas Den. Will PigFightKnife be going there on level terms? And if they can keep it PigFightKnife, that's huge in terms of the away goals. Keeping a clean sheet so important. We've seen none of the home teams so far in the first leg keep a clean sheet, Nitin. They'd be the first ones to do so.
Yeah, I think they've got their tactic. They know they're coming up against a better opposition today, and they've set out their stall not to concede.
Lovely
basically.
pass from champ KTP, but just getting away with it. PigFightKnife, but at the moment I think they're just trying to buy themselves some time. But look at that, very quickly the time has elapsed to 60 virtual minutes as for the ball in the middle, and it's a first shot. They hit the post again. Manshrang this time, a beautiful shot from the edge of the area. Keeper was beaten, but the post has come to the rescue. For they hang on grimly for what will be a big goalless draw for them in the context of the away goals rule ahead of the second leg.
Yeah,
They've had no shots on goal, the home team so far, Nitin.
Yeah, we spoke about Mansruan pre-match having 12 goals in 24 appearances, playing a bit slightly laid back today in centre attacking mid. He's been excellent so far.
Tiger Prince haven't seen anything of him at all in this second half until that bit of movement. That's a last ski. They've given it away again, and now they've got numbers forward. The Hyenas down the left. Manshrang, the star striker, no flag, and champ KTP. It takes the deflection off. Ring noise, and it's out for a corner. I think this is their first corner of the game. The Hyenas, we saw one for PigFightKnife in the first half. What do they do here? Looks like they're trying to play it short, are they? This is a tactic we see a lot in the one-on-one circuit. They're playing the corner short. Keeper should get that comfortably. Well, not exactly comfortably, but the punch is a good one as a Pauper Stang gets it away, but he's immediately under siege. Does Welcher and gets it back. That was good play under pressure from PigFightKnife. And now down the left-hand side, they look to try and find the Tiger.
Good defending by Timberlake.
And Timberlake getting the better of the Tiger Prince on that occasion. 20 minutes to play here, champ. He's a strong player, isn't he? And they've got it to Nanchonis. Back to Manshrang. Tell you what, the cameraman wants sacking on the pro club tonight, doesn't he? It's the worst so far in this competition.
I think the captain put his camera to follow his player, so we're seeing a bit of that. Yeah.
If you're listening, tournament director Yusuf, can we get that sorted out as Shinjo finds it to Joe, and he's onside here.
Tiger
Prince is through. Can they take the lead against all the odds? Oh, he's blown it. The Tiger had a chance to become a Tiger King at his home ground of the Pig Fight Stadium, and he blew it.
I can hear the Joe Exotic screaming from his JSL. He won't be happy with that miss.
Yes, if you are watching Joe Exotic, our thoughts are with you at this difficult time. Both one play sports in themselves in Oklahoma.
You never know, it's America.
And if Carol Baskin's watching, Nitin would like your phone number.
Yeah, please, that'd be nice.
Well, the best chance of the game, you have to say, has gone the way of PigFightKnife. And the thing about that interests me, Nitin, they've proved they can create good chances now. If they don't concede a 1-0 win or even a 1-1 draw in this next leg, if it stays goalless here, is going to be enough. And it could be our first big shock of the tournament so far.
Yep, and they're on the attack again.
Look at how Hyenas beat PigFightKnife 7-1 just a couple of weeks ago. Here's Bangkok.
See, that's the thing. If you lose the game 7-1 and you figure out exactly what went wrong and you eradicate those problems, we're seeing exactly what's happened. Extremely solid defensive display, and they're also showing good attacking threat at the same time. So, amazing stuff from PigFightKnife in this first leg.
Pauper Sting. Jojo Baz. The striking force. He's offside there, isn't he? Yes, he is. Pauper Stang. He had a great view down the line.
I'm shocked goals here.
Well, incredibly, we've had 3 games so far, 19 goals. We're averaging over 6 goals every night. So far, we're almost halfway through proceedings this Thursday. Reminder, we're with you on Saturday, by the way, all about Maximus against Tasmanian Devil, Malaysia against Thailand on Saturday, 11 p.m. Singapore time. An exclusive on the One Play Sports Network. Here, though, PigFightKnife and Hyenas, both from Thailand, goalless.
Yeah, no real major chances. We saw Monks, we saw Tiger Prince with a good chance. Other than that, it's been a very timid display from both sides, I have to say.
Manshrang.
Oh my God, what's the keeper done
doing
there?
He nearly handled it. Is it possible to handle it outside the area on Pro Club?
You'll get the ref will blow for a foul,
Yeah,
most likely.
but you can do it. The computer allows you to do it. That's a bot keeper, though, isn't it, in goal for PigFightKnife? So that was a computer doing that to them.
So even now he's made that, so he's kind of...
Did he get a touch on that free kick? I don't think
Oh,
he
yeah,
did.
he didn't hit the post, right?
post.
Yeah.
This is a shot from Tiger Prince.
Just over.
Well, he completely, just over. It's halfway up to the planet Jupiter, I think.
Yeah, fair enough. I always try to be nice.
We are, yes. Start being everybody likes a nice guy, knitted. Final couple of minutes, a time minute for stoppages, and we are going to be going to the... with the scores level. Oh, my word! Tater's curse! Champ KTP gives Hyenas the away scarcely deserved. What a finish that is! Exquisite, one of the good so far, and it comes with the last kick of the game.
Yeah, he's led the line brilliantly. Few good runs today, and I can't say he's deserved that goal overall, but crashing right into the corner. 1-0.
All they had to do was clear that danger, and the full time it is now they've got a mountain to climb. PigFightKnife had to come from 1 goal to their own. I'm disappointed because that game was set up really nicely. And it's now not an if, they didn't do it. PigFightKnife could have kept a clean sheet, and they really should have done.
I'm disappointed too. If you think about it, the seeded teams have always gone through so far in the previous 3 games. We could have seen an upset today. The PigFightKnife, yeah, the Pigs basically have they played so well for 90 minutes, and just a lapse of concentration at the end, and they go down 1-0. I think they'll be very, very disappointed with that.
Let's have a look at the match analysis coming through. You can see Pooh Babbin's overall progress. Talk us through what that means to the information we're seeing there. Is that just the ratings and what they've...
Overall rating is 88. You see that blue circle that is currently at a quarter mark.
Yeah.
So once he reaches full, he'll get skill points to improve his players there.
And that's based on how you...
that and also how many games you played. You get evidence.
So the more experienced the team should be.
For sure, yeah.
Again, we weren't advised between the first and second. PigFightKnife, they showed with Tiger Strike and with pace. We have another look and would Hyenas. Ultimate fine, able of nicking a goal there.
They've shown in the first leg they can hold behind while creating chance. You use a sim in the second. The Hyenas and Tiger Prince manages to...
finish this for that, wasn't it?
What a goal.
Exquisite.
Keeper.
Facebook page tonight. Get the section on Facebook. You can studioapp.com as we get the Ethan community we're building at 1. LS stands for
FC. Like, share, follow, and comment.
Not got a snazzy graphic. Got a like, share. Like, share, follow, comment, graphic. Find it.
Is it there? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're getting it on. We'll find out in a minute, but like the ethos of sports. Let's look at the match highlights. CFK, and look at some of these exquisite finishes that we saw up there with the best goals we've seen in the... Came out of nothing really, didn't it?
Yeah, actually, it looked like it was going 0-0. Hyenas just kept plugging away the on final chance, and sorry, it fell to Champ KTP, and he blasted it away.
Well, it's going to leave now PigFightKnife with a mountain to climb in the second leg as we get, I think, another look at the goal one more time. Just got goal side, didn't he? The defender, and Champ KTP, who's the player manager. Talk about the player manager stepping up to the plate right at the death.
Man, he'll be thrilled for himself. His teammates will be thrilled for him. The team managers and captains put in so much work. Off gaming times, they usually watch lots of videos, try and figure out the best formations, try and figure out the best triangles to play in certain situations. So always nice to see the manager get the credit at the end of the game.
Back in the glory in the first leg, but let's put it into perspective. The work's not done 3-3 draw in the first leg yesterday between Ones to Watch to watch when they played at home, ran away with that one in the end. I think it was 3-0 in the second leg. Are you expecting it to be less competitive now we are at the home stadium of the Hyenas Den?
The Hyenas getting the win, they will have figured out how PigKnife fight plays and PigFightKnife, right?
Yeah,
My
pig
God,
fight. The
I'm getting
pigs.
this wrong.
Let's just call
The
them the
pigs.
pigs.
They'll have figured out how the pigs play basically, and they'll be ready for the second leg, and they'll be licking their lips at exposing the pigs while they come trying to get a goal.
We're waiting for the second leg to load up. As soon as it starts to get ready for the action, you'll see it in this. But what's happening now? The two teams, they've obviously got to reconnect to the game to play the second leg.
Yep.
The chat's going on between them in chat rooms on their headphones. How's it working? What's
Yeah,
the
so
dynamic?
when you play on the PlayStation, you can join a party. A party is basically like a chat room. 10 players join the party, all 10 can be speaking simultaneously. During the match, of course, players try, the team manager is the one who's giving instructions throughout. So that's what's happening right now.
I don't know. I've never been invited to
Join
this.
mine later.
Can I have you having a pot? We go around to your house for a pot. We can't go
No, you
around to
can't-
we
can't go to-
can't.
you
Of
can't go to
course,
my
that's
house.
that's actually a serious point. But it's things like that, technical innovation. As painful as it has been, this COVID-19 crisis, with the e-sporting community allowing people to take part in sport together, albeit remotely,
Yep.
and similar things like that, where you can have a party and contact your friends and still be in touch with close friends and family.
Yeah, I for example, me, I don't get to meet my friends as often because our work schedule is pretty hectic here. So to be honest, since the lockdown, I've actually met my friends online so much more than I would have met them in person. We play games like Call of Duty, Warzone. We still play FIFA. So contact, just not in terms of touch, but through earpieces, and it feels the same.
And a quick throw forward, because you were very first broadcast on match night one, but the team that you have got a link with are coming up. Now, come on, tell everyone the name of the team. Is it Tika Taka?
I can't be sure, but I think that the team that is associated or was associated to the manager that I played with, I think they call Maximus.
Maximus,
If I'm
a
not mistaken.
Malaysian team.
I think so. Think so.
If anyone's
They used to be
watching,
called a different name.
if anyone's watching from Maximus, is this reprobate the notorious Nitin Nambiar?
It may not be Maximus. I may have got that wrong. If it is, I'm sorry.
If Maximus, can you check that, please, and let us know? I want to know if it is Nitin that used to be a part of your gang, and if so, can you shed some light on exactly what went wrong? Because he claims it was nothing to do with him; it was everybody else's fault. Now, how
wow.
are we looking for this second game? Are we close to match time?
We getting there?
Still waiting. I think
Yeah,
we're
they're
still
still
waiting
loading.
for a
No
load.
worries.
I tell you what, while we're waiting, let's have a look. Vic, put up the fixtures that are coming up over the next 7 days for everyone, and we can help guide you through when you can watch your favourite teams. We are, of course, tonight with as Hyenas take on PigFightKnife. But there's so many more great games to come. On Saturday, we've got Maximus against Tasmanian Devil. Maximus supposedly the ex-team of Nitin. Someone's got to be listening from Maximus. Maybe they can tell us. Tika Taka against Desi Esienta. That's our first all-Singaporean clash. VM Brothers against Wairai Esports. Now, if Maximus don't win, it'll be down to Ang Satsuki, who take on La Rojak Football, one of the finally book a Malaysian side in the round of 16. Are you surprised that it's a bit early to say they're struggling all over, but they'll be disappointed that there's not one Malaysian team through so far. And how many have we had playing? We've had a couple playing, and we've had Manok Gasak, both of them out.
I don't think there's too much to worry about. You're talking about, from Malaysia, we still have the worst, technically the tournament favourites. So I wouldn't be too worried if I was a Malaysian. But of course, it's not good signs to see your teams getting knocked out.
Who is the strongest Southeast Asian team in Pro Club? I mean, when you're searching for teams to play and you're in that community, what's the one nation that people are wary of?
I used to Thai players. I always, whenever I played online with, you have drop-in matches in pro clubs where you get to join matches with random players, and I used to always enjoy playing against with the Thai players and hate it when they were against Thai teams have the strongest overall.
It's
I can't be
interesting.
sure, but we'll find out at the end of the tournament who's the strongest.
If you ask people about, probably be the answer that
Exactly
they gave as
right.
well, because the Thais have been notoriously strong in Southeast Asia. And again, this sounds like a daft question, but the Thais known as a very physical team as well. So maybe not so much recently, but in years gone by. T players on the virtual football field as well.
I've got a friend in my team. Shout out to D-Boys, the guys who got me started in pro clubs. I've got a friend there, Kavin. He gets a red card every other game. So it's normal. We have dirty players, but they are very useful.
Let's get down pitch side. We're heading to Hyenas Den. The Hyenas 1-0 in front after that first leg. PigFightKnife in the Liverpool jerseys playing, well, the away Liverpool jerseys playing from right to left, and it's the Hyenas in the Wolves jerseys playing from left to right. And straight away the Hyenas taking control of possessions. Vuoy. Here's Ken Scarth. Looks to me there's been a couple of personnel changes out there. Maybe that was the reason for the delay. That very shortly. Ken Scarth. Tiger Prince. It's the best chance of the game for PigFightKnife in the first leg, and that wasn't good for him either.
He was a ball guy earlier, wasn't he?
Yes. Maybe he's got an
Probably
away kit and an away hairstyle.
A positional change, perhaps.
Nanchon in J, PKJ in the area. PKJ, lovely skills! What a save from Seto. Well, there's certainly been a change in goal for PigFightKnife.
No, it's
still a bot. I think they've just changed the name of the bot. But it was a great save. You couldn't have done it better if it was the best goalkeeper in Pro Club between the sticks. Marvellous save. It should really be 2-0. And I thought for a minute it might go straight. As PigFightKnife enjoy their first foray into enemy territory in this second leg. Obanyovsky, champ KTP, the hero of the hour for the Hyenas in the first leg with a touch. And the throw will go the way of the visitors here. PigFightKnife start. There'll be no question of this being a 7-1 drubbing, Nitin, will there?
Yeah, I credit to the Pigs who have totally changed their formation and their playing style after that 7-1 defeat. So it's good to see them holding their own here today.
Here's Jude. He's dispossessed there, but the whistle's gone. PKJ judged to have fouled. Now, what can you do from this set piece? Very difficult at this level to score from here, but they've got options in the middle. Got to keep an eye on the offside line as well. It's going to be Shenjoji over it. 4 white shirts standing up in the edge of the area. And none of them can get there as Sakat gets it away.
Good header away.
Here's Obanyovsky. Bangkok Vape. Obanyovsky. Obanyovsky, that was really good work. Here's Jojo. This is the best football we've seen from PigFightKnife over the 2 legs so far. Just do it. Inside to the Tiger Prince, who, as Nitin said, has dropped deep. Just do it to the pylon with the cross.
Unlucky.
And I thought for a minute that was going to be one of the team goals of the tournament so far. Nanchan. PKJ, oh, danger here. Danger here to the edge of the area. It was up the other end of the field. Has given it away. Oh, and he's missed it. It looked harder to miss than to score. And Nanchan with it just firmly in control. It's gone begging. 16 gone, Nitin.
Yeah, fantastic drag back to create the space. Left foot finesse just over the bar. Pigs though, just do it. Their left back was bombing forward earlier, so they've shown intent here. They definitely won the goal and they want to win the game.
Here's Nanchon again. KTP. Here's Jav. Oh, header comes in and it goes dribbling wide. This game, by the way, Nitin, don't forget, we have got a scoreline here that's potentially through the golden goal extra time for the first time. If PigFightKnife can win this 1-0, we'll go to golden goal extra time and then penalties if required. We're yet to be in that scenario so far. And champ KTP is the reason why it might not be the scenario tonight, because they're turning on the star. The Hyenas now. What a touch through. He's gone down.
Penalty.
And he's given the just do it penalised. I think he knew what he was doing, the Hyenas man. And going to step up to the spin, put this game potentially beyond the reach of PigFightKnife. And it's going to be champ KTP. He scored in the first leg. No, yes, champ KTP. I thought there'd been a change to take it. It will be champ KTP, will it? Yes.
I don't think it is.
They changed player, haven't they, on taking their penalty spot. There was that cut in the frame, wasn't it, that it designated they'd gone to a different player. So Nansprung from the spot halfway through the second leg. Keeper, no chance. The bot wasn't going to save that. And now they've got a mountain for at least twice.
That makes my stomach churn, to be fair. I don't think that was a penalty. It's extremely hard to concede like that.
Can you play for a penalty? Because it looked like they were playing for a penalty.
You can. So if you're good enough with the back of your defender to tackle you, you could time it in a way where it's in time for him to stretch his leg out and take you down, which is kind of what happened there.
On the Facebook messages, Nutterwood is posting there from Cum. Nuts.
Hi guys.
I think a couple of you are saying your experience lagging, and apologise for that if that's the case.
Champ Oh,
Oh,
Manstrom's
through. No flag. Is it going to be 2-0? Good save.
Should have cut to the right, a better chance.
Keeper came and got there well. But
you
Manstrong,
need
here's Champ KTP. Good defensive work, and Shinjolin can. Here's Rat. Here's through to Tiger Prince. Area.
Come on,
Tiger
Tiger Prince!
He should have possibly at least got a shot away there, didn't it?
Yeah, I wanted him to score. Good name. It's really fitting with the times, especially with the Tiger King show and all that.
Yeah. There's enough cross from Manstring, just getting it away. You get the feeling, though, another goal could still be coming in this first half from the Hyenas. It's just got that feel about it, hasn't it? They're starting to press. To the edge of the area they go. Some great skills down the right-hand side. Champ KTP again. They just can't get the ball off him. Eventually, though, he concedes a free kick. He doesn't like that decision. And he's going to be shown the yellow. Is that what we've seen in the tournament
I
so
think
far?
so. Champ KTP.
Incidentally, no suspensions moving forward, even for red cards in this competition. Unless, of course, you get a second one on your 10.
Look like Champ KTP.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly. So that's how you cross to look exactly like it's all part of the whole fun and
It's like, oh,
mine, some version of me.
which professional?
Beckham?
Beckham?
Yeah.
Are you the Indian Beckham, are you?
I'm just the Beckham.
Not
no
so much
Indian.
golden boys. Here's Rat. J16K. Well, it's like, I'm going to go to half-time without a second goal. I thought one might come here.
Space on the left,
look,
though.
this could be it here because he's away again. Champ KTP looked to be a little bit too optimistic there, and Just Do It can bring it away. It was Just Do It who can the difference between the two teams.
Just under a bit too much pressure. They just do it. Went for the safe option and put it out for a throw.
Timberlake thought about going long with a throw. Instead goes incredibly short to Manstrang. Just Do It. Biggie. Oh, well, what on earth's happening there? Now, what happens there, Nitin? Is that just a misplaced push of a button?
No, I think that might have been someone in his ear telling him to get rid of it, and he just got sick of it and just pressed the clear button.
Dissension potentially in the ranks of PigFightKnife. Worse if they get a second here. Champ KTP almost got there. And the keeper.
What's the keeper done there? This is the problem with not having an actual player in goal. The computer does crazy stuff like that sometimes.
Champ KTP all over the place. Manstrang, the scorer of the penalty. And the header comes in from Hyenas and it drifts wide, and that'll probably be that for this first half. But I said that at the end of the game in the first second, and there was a dramatic late goal in the 92nd minute. 3 minutes of time added on. Where's the referee found the 3 minutes for in this? Is it like real football as well, where you left how much added times there is?
Yes. I've had occasions where there are 3 minutes added on, and
what's the most and least you've seen?
I've seen 5 minutes added on, and even after that they added on 2 extra minutes, and I considered a goal. So it happens. Fergie time is real.
Poor. And that is the half-time whistle, with in command in this tie now leading 2-0. 1-0 on the night, 2-0 aggregate. But they can still go through PigFightKnife with a 2-1 on the night. Half a chance, but they've clearly got to get the ball to Tiger Prince a little bit more.
Yeah, I banged on about this over the last 3 weeks about I just want you to lose. I feel sick for the Pigs at this point. I think they've done well enough to...
Are you sick as a pig?
Yeah, perhaps.
Pig sick?
Swine flu. So they've done enough to warrant a 0-0 draw at halftime and take it into more offensive, but that penalty decision has cost them here.
You see that no shots at all on goal, and that was a telltale fight knife. They had that one real chance that Tiger Prince blew in the first. They was to Champ KTP. Player 8.3, can't really argue with that, but Champ KTP is their key man, isn't he? All of their good play seems to come through him.
Yeah, I think he looks like their paciest player, and in most times FIFA abuses pace, so it's good to have players with lots of speed on your team.
Second half underway. It's going to be Hyenas in the Wolves colours, playing from right to left, PigFightKnife from left to right. The team in white, both from Thailand, remember. from Bangkok have to score twice in the second half if they want a place in the last 16 of the inaugural Pro on one play.
I just saw Hyenas adjusting their attacking options. They highlighted the get in the box option, so they're looking for goals in the second.
Jay looks up, pass, and he's found Timberlake. Timberlake to the byline. Timberlake, did that take a deflection? I think it did. It'll be a corner. The corner count mounting up in Hyenas' favour as well. If they do get one more goal, that's definitely game, set, match. Was there a push there? No. Champ KTP, referee. He might have got away with one there. The referee's giving them all the decisions, the Hyenas, isn't he?
Yeah, it started with the penalty. Again, some games in FIFA, you just feel the game wants you to lose, and I hope that's not the case for the Pigs today. It's looking like it's going to be one of those games.
Back to...
Ooh.
I had Palm Kumers in goal for the Hyenas, but it's certainly not him that's made that mistake.
Oh, they got a chance! Come on!
Look at the skills. Is he trying to win the penalty? Be a little bit too fancy. And Vuoy can bring it away, and they've got numbers up as well. 5 orange shirts of PigFightKnife. And gets it in time. And Chidis. Jayak. Vuoy back to Jayak. Headed away. Only into the area, deflected and wide. Well, I think it's gone out for a corner. It would have been a bit unfortunate if that had found the back of the net because it took a wicked deflection. Look at the space Vuoy's got. Vuoy can pick someone out and just do it, gets it away. But again, it's to the edge of the area. Champ KTP scuffed it. And it's through to the keeper. I mean, again, it's difficult to compare performance to performance. It's a lot about the team you're playing. You've seen enough from Hyenas as the seeded team here to suggest they're up with the best we've seen so far.
I would say no, because regardless of the opponent, I think they haven't created enough chances. I think the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow has hampered them a little. They needed a bit more width today. So I wouldn't put them up there with tournament favourites as yet, but they could always improve in the next match, and I could change my mind. But for now, I don't see them being tournament favourites.
It's a miscontrol that almost let the Hyenas in again here. They're going to have to start gambling soon, PigFightKnife, because they need 2 goals in the last 27 virtual minutes. To put that into perspective, equates to what, about 2.5, 3 minutes of play?
Yeah, around there.
About 6 minutes and a half, I think they garner.
Change those settings. You can play 5-10 minutes.
But we're playing a 6 minute and a half, I think,
yeah,
for the virtue of the one play pro club. I need to check that actually with Yusuf, but I think it's certainly 5 or 6. 6 it is, confirmed.
Yeah,
I thought it was 6. I had the feeling it was 6 minutes. And that seems to be the pro format around the FIFA world now, doesn't it? Playing 6 minute halves.
Yeah,
so much of these esport leagues being played now with COVID.
Oh,
chance for the game, set, match, man strong. What a save from the bot keeper of PigFightKnife. He's made some great saves.
That's the thing about bot keepers. They can either win or lose you the game. You saw earlier how he considered the corner out of one-on-one. He pulls off a brilliant save.
And of course, you can't really name a bot keeper as your man of the match. Nitin will be naming a man of the match from here on in. It's PigFightKnife with their best chance of the game so far, and it's well saved by Palm Kumai had in the goal for Hyenas on the official team sheet. So I think that might have changed now. Obenyovsky. Oh, look at the skill attempt from Obenyovsky, but maybe a little bit too fancy.
Much, yeah.
Time and a place and all that. Champ KTP. Nanchanon. Neryi. Oh, he's got it out to that man. Champ KTP. PKJ. Twisting and turning. And look at the movement from Champ KTP's. Switching from one flank to the other. Champ KTP is looking for this, if they can find him. But the boys of PigFightKnife get it away. I mean, whatever happens from here and in, it's been a moral victory for them. Tiger Prince could make the last 15 minutes very interesting if he can pull some magic off here. But that's great defending from Nengsworth, I think it was.
No, credit to the Pigs. Over the 2 legs, they've shown that they can compete either team, and that should give them lots of confidence for their continuation of their league seasons.
Here's J16K, Champ KTP, Vuoy.
Oh, good ball.
One touch football, and it's better from the Hyenas. And Biggie got a crucial touch.
Superb by Biggie there. That he read that to his timing, absolutely spot on.
Vuoy. Are the Hyenas going to go hunting for a second goal on the night? Just to put gloss on this before. Not much better than Workman, like you have to say. Tiger Prince straight to PKJ. Furoy gets it back. PKJ now to J16K and Champ KTP.
He's free on the left again.
Yeah, he's been hogging that left touchline, but they've been ignoring him so far, which is strange if you consider he's the player manager. Some of these in the next round. Onside. Right. Nanchonis, narrow angle, cuts inside beautifully. Nanchonis! And the bot keeper stood up brilliantly. And there's a yellow card. Now, what's that for?
Red.
The rat is in the book. Didn't quite see what happened there.
Neither did I.
Here it goes to Viewroy. More space again. And again, the bot keeper comes out. PigFightKnife just haven't created enough to get the 2 goals that they needed. Took a 2-0 aggregate lead thanks to the 23rd minute penalty from Nanstrung after Champ KTP had given them a lead with the last kick of the game in the first leg. And this game, you have to say, it's been intriguing in parts, but it's been the most disappointing of our 4 matches so far.
Yeah, in terms of overall, in terms of goals, basically, we haven't seen enough goals in this game. The 2 goals also came, 1 last minute, 1 penalty. So, not the most entertaining of matches in these over these 2 legs. But you know, you can't complain. We've got a winner, and they deserve.
They do, but for PigFightKnife, it would be a case of what might have been had Tiger Prince converted that great chance he had in the second half. Is there a consolation goal in it for them? No.
I hope so. I hope they get one, but I don't think there's enough time.
So. Just the 2 minutes of time added on. You very rarely see more time added on at the end. First half than the second, and he's onside here. Champ KTP again. Is this the 3rd goal on the aggregate scoreline? They just get it away. Well, it's going to be a workmanlike 2. Once for the Hyenas as the referee blows for full time. And once again, the seeded team goes through. The Hyenas have beaten PigFight 2-0 on aggregate, 1-0 on the night. That desperately disastrous late goal from a PigFightKnife point of view in the first leg by Champ KTP. To climb. They were far more competitive than the score when these teams met in their last cup competition in February, when Hyenas won by 7 goals to 1. So they're clearly improving. PigFightKnife came just a little bit too soon for them. I wouldn't mind watching that game again down the line when PigFightKnife have got some more experience under their belt.
Yeah, they're bottom 3 in 14-man Thai league, so they haven't had the best of seasons. But against the seeded side, they've lost to 7-1 previously. I think it's only lost each leg 1-0. The first one very unlucky to concede a last-minute goal, and the second lucky to concede that penalty. So overall, both teams, I think PigKnife fight might actually be the happier of the 2 teams, having come out of this with just conceding, getting some decent chances.
Look at those match stats. So just 14 shots on goal as we get. Incidentally, Hyenas booking a date with either Catnino or that's the game that they'll be keeping an eye on. And Catnino against Densetsu, 21st of April. That's a Tuesday night at 11 p.m. Singapore time. Say there was a chance that just crept over the bar. On another night, I suppose, it might have been because they had a couple of chances, one in each game. Did, in truth, Hyenas probably should have scored more than 2 on the balance of it, shouldn't they?
Yeah, they created, but again, credit to the Pigs who were defensively solid. They didn't make much mistakes.
Penalty that was slotted away, and it looked like Manstrong was to take that penalty. Initially, it looked like Champ KTP was going to take it, but they changed the finish. Look at the celebration in it, and I'd like to see you samba like that. Are you any good at the samba?
I don't think so. I haven't tried it in a long time, but I'd be happy to go to a club with you one day when the clubs reopen here in Singapore.
Man of the match decision, you've got to back at this action. Not too many standout contenders. You could argue the bot keeper of PigFightKnife was making the shortlist for man of the match.
He's on the shortlist, but I'll go with Champ KTP. He's been excellent over the 2 legs. Got the last minute, got the penalty. Actually won the penalty for his side in the second leg. So he's been decisive over the 2 legs, and he's my man of the match.
Do love these slow motion highlights. It's incredible, these graphics and the replays. They look so realistic. Card that we missed, wasn't it?
Yeah, red.
And I think that was, who was that going in the book? It was the guy that conceded the penalty, wasn't it?
The red.
what's it?
Was it?
Just Do It, I think, wasn't it? I think it was the chap that conceded the penalty, also in the book for a challenge
Yeah.
late on. And there was also a yellow card to Rat of PigFightKnife, as well as chap KTP. Well, that just about wraps things up here. Nitin, well, your man of the match was?
Yeah,
KTP
KTP.
for
Yeah.
that goal in the first leg.
That goal, and he won the penalty in the he's been a threat to the Pigs the whole match, and well deserved. Great game, bro.
Right, now all that's left to do is be very top of the hour is to remind you the game that we'll be bringing today. And it's a very poignant game for the notorious Nitin Ambier. He thinks it's former teammates. So if anyone from Maximus is out there, Maximus against Tasmanian Devil is the game. Malaysia against Thailand. Malaysia, remember, awaiting their first team to make the round of 16. Maximus will start that game against Tasmanian Devil as favourites to do so. Now, is the cool light there? What's the motto of our sports? Lots. It does appear that issues with we'll look into the problems like that over the pages. Tournament at sport. The TG virtual from this tournament now form and South Thailand. From Nitin and myself, remember, keep sing, listen to what you're doing, checking Facebook, East